Welcome to Bicycle Heaven.
Good evening and welcome to Bicycle Heaven. It's our great pleasure, Julius and myself, to show you around Bicycle Heaven, so please come with me. We first have to pass through the cinema room. We're down at the farmhouse right now. And here in the cinema room we have the projection camera and various speakers located around the room. And then a big screen comes down here. And generally we have the screen down, we watch cycling for 24 hours a day. But at the moment for this video we decided not to do that. Down in here is the most exciting part of the farmhouse, and please follow me. Our first chamber is the workshop. And here in the workshop, all sorts of great mechanical things take place. You can see we have a full array of tools all the way around. We also have workbenches. So a built-in park workbench here. And then the ones that the Europeans seem to prefer for some reason, which is more portable. Over here we have a bunch of tires, wheels, tubes, everything related to tires in here. Certain componentry related to there. Here we have a compressor, which is the single biggest waste of money in the history of every capital expenditure I've ever made, but nonetheless is a delightful thing when I'm filling up tires. Here we have an array of various gadgets and doodads. Many of these are very high quality park tools which cost a fortune and for whatever reason remain in their original packaging. Over here we have an array of tools that are regularly used in the cycling world. On the wall here we've got a poster of Robbie McEwen winning a race on an Eddie Merckx bike. And more importantly we have one of my favorite musicians, a tribute to the late great Jimi Hendrix when he lived in London. So please come with me. And now we'll move to the training room where we keep a few bikes. On the way I've got an array of various garments that I use for various types of weather, and it allows me to mix and match depending upon the terms and conditions. Here's an Ex-State Hondo jersey that David Corr would salivate over, and therefore I'd like to just show that to you. Maybe I'll bring that to New Orleans and demonstrate it in action, although the two-lane jerseys are going to be very important at that moment in time. So on now to the training room. And in here we have a combination of things, including various cycling memorabilia on the wall, posters of events like the Tour de France, Old World Championships. Up here we have the signed jersey of Fabien Cancellara when he won the time trial when the Tour started in London a few years ago. And here's actually a picture of Fabien that I took myself as opposed to got from somebody else, because we had a press pass, so we were able to go in and meet the dude. Over here we have a picture of Eddie Merckx, which has his original signature on it, and that's a fairly nice item. Up here we've got Tom Boonen winning Paris-Roubaix, and down here we have a fairly rank amateur weekend warrior, otherwise known as Mr. Mediocrity. Up here on the wall to our right we have a couple buddies doing a stage in the Tour de France, and then a variety of other pictures along the wall here, mostly cycling related. Let's go now to the bicycles. Right here we have the winter training bike. It's a De Rosa Merak. It's got fenders on there, as you can see. It's always rainy and muddy here.
Turn on the light.
It has winter training tires on it, which are the Continental Vectron Grand Prix C. Need a little more light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
That better?
Start it again.
Which are the Vectron Grand Prix 4 Seasons 700 by 28Cs, very comfortable, 90 pounds per square inch. And the only risk you have are pinch flats. Other than that, they're absolutely great. You'll notice the oversized aluminum main triangle and carbon fork, carbon rear triangle. Beautiful bike, rides like an aluminum bike, doesn't ride like a carbon bike. Then over here, we have the Colnago C59, another beautiful specimen. This is the Italia version, which apparently was not made at the factory of Giants in Taiwan, where all the Cervelos and Colnagos and all the other great Pinarellos of this world are all made by the Taiwanese. This one apparently has never been touched by a Taiwanese worker, although I wouldn't want to bet a meaningful portion of my net worth on that. Nonetheless, it gives me great pleasure to now introduce the Galzetti, which is an aluminum oversized masterpiece made in the United States of America. Also has the Grand Prix 4-season Vectron tires on there, 700 by 28C, very comfortable ride. This is an absolute beauty and couldn't be in better hands. So that constitutes the entirety of the tour of Bicycle Heaven. There's also a workbench here, various weights and other things for other types of training, but basically cycling is the primary focus of this. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and we look forward to welcoming you to Bicycle Heaven one day.